Hey folks, this is Katya, the Vegan Powerlifter, and welcome to the channel. Today I have a video topic that I highly doubt is going to result on any YouTube homepage or any searches, so really appreciate if you support it with a like and a comment, because we're going to talk about goals versus values. This is kind of like an overarching topic in terms of how you approach your training, your nutrition, your life even, and other things you do, your work, family, stuff like that. So let's get into it. The reason why I want to talk about it is because my therapist brought it up. My therapist brought up the values conversation. Well, I'm vegan, as you know. And she brought up the values conversation because I was kind of mistaken treating some things as like goals, as something I need to achieve, versus something that I just naturally do because I believe this is right. So first, let's figure out what's the difference between your goals and your values, right? Your values are something that you inherently believe, that is your core belief, that is your deep belief that forms your personality. It's like at the foundation of your personality. So if you think, for example, like killing is wrong, thus you think killing animals is wrong, thus you think eating animals is wrong, and consuming animal products is wrong because you think compassion is right, then you're vegan. And if you do something that contradicts that, you feel bad. You feel like you're doing something wrong. You feel like you're a bad person. You feel like if there are enough of those things that you do that contradict your core belief, then you just start feeling like shit. Okay? Your values, on the other hand, your goals, on the other hand, are something that you want to get to, you want to achieve for whatever the reasons. You want to go to the university because you want to get a better job. You want to get a better job because you want to get paid more. You want to get paid more because you want to be able to support your retirement and your family and anything that might arise that is out of your control. You want to be able to be financially stable, for example, right? So there's those goals that you want to do. Do you feel bad if you don't achieve them as well? Yes, you feel bad if you don't achieve something and you wanted to, but I don't think it comes even close to feeling bad if you do something that contradicts your core belief as a human being. The things that you want to achieve might change more frequently, and you might want to pivot. For example, you didn't get into the university you wanted to. All right, you went to a trade school. You still got a job, maybe not as well paid of a job as you wanted to, but it's still a job. You're still able to support yourself and contribute to your retirement. You're still being financially stable even though you're not a millionaire. If I can't even come up with an example like that with values. Can you help me in the comments can you help me come up with an example when you would do something that contradicts your values that would still be okay? Because I can't. I think if we do stuff that contradicts our values, we just inherently feel bad for a while. And if it's done, if it's not fixable, then we just have to accept that and move on, I guess. So here's why I brought this up in terms of fitness. I train, I lift heavy weights because I'm afraid nobody will love me, because I'm fat, and I am afraid that my body is changing, is getting older, and I have zero control in changing that. What do you think here is fixable in terms of looking at it from the values perspective, and what do you think is fixable in terms of the goals perspective? For example, the goal can be, I want to be fit, I want to lose weight, I want to lose X amount of pounds, and I have like X amount of time that I can dedicate a week in working towards that goal. Notice I did not say I have 6 months and I have to get this goal in this timeline. I don't think that's how it works with weight loss with most people. Most people, at least like most of my clients, they usually achieve like 3/4 to a half of the goal that they want to do if it's like a long-term weight loss goal, because life gets in the way. And I'm just being honest. Yes, you can still feel successful having achieved that because it's better than doing nothing. And if you're curious about the risk assessment of your training routine versus doing nothing, you should watch this other video that I recently recorded on the brain assessment of your training and other things that you do in life. You'll really enjoy it if you like this one. All right, I want to be fit, I want to lose weight, I want to lose X amount of pounds, I can dedicate X amount of time during my week to do that. I want to get into this university, I want to get into this job. It's a consulting job, so I have to study. It's an engineering school, so I have to study. I have to dedicate this amount of time, and this is when the deadline is. Goals are much easier to work with, I think, versus values is like, you have to figure them out, and then you have to figure out what you do that contradicts your values that makes you feel bad. Or you have to find out what you can do, not because it's a goal anymore, but because it's just a part of who you are. And that makes you feel better overall, and it's kind of something that just exists in your life. Like, I train right now, I'm pregnant. I'm at the end of my 2nd trimester, and I work out, and I walk my dog, and I get my steps in, and I eat healthy, and I take my vitamins, not because I'm trying to reach a certain goal. I am pregnant right now. I'm not getting ready to a powerlifting competition. I've done enough of those, as you can see. I enjoy training my clients and making useful YouTube videos for folks who want to get stronger and compete, for women who want to change the gender ratio at the gym and get strong and take space. Because I think it's important. I think it's important work, and I just do this because this is a part of who I am as a person. When I was working I'm an engineer by education, right? So when I was working in commercial construction, I think a part of what was making me feel depressed was that I was kind of doing work that I wasn't sure was useful. Like, anybody could do that work. I don't think anybody could do what I do now. Like, when you're a creator, you contribute to, when you're an artist, when you're a musician, you contribute to the world in a way that is so unique to you, that this is what brings value. And it's a very selfish thing to do. Like, it's a very selfish thing to be like, yeah, I could be like a doctor saving human lives, but I'm just gonna be sitting here recording YouTube videos. It's kind of a selfish thing to do, but I believe I'm so good at convincing women that strength training is important and sending them to the gym and making them stop constantly dieting and just consistently believing that there's something wrong with them. I believe I'm so good at this that this work is more important than the other work that I could have been doing, and making myself extremely unhappy because it is so tied in with my values. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it here. Let me know what you think. I know this is like an unconventional topic. I have filmed videos on training and nutrition and your first powerlifting meet and what to expect and all of those things. So if you want to watch more sports related content, check out this video over here. And if you're curious about more like approaching life and yourself and feminism and values and veganism, you should probably check out this playlist over here. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you.